Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's your girl, but I'm actually not on the episode today. We'll get to that in a minute. But season 2 of the pod, I have so many projections, so many visions. Season 1, we was just really getting a handle on everything, and we was really just, I don't know, we was trying to turn the stove on. But now that the gas is on, you know what I'm saying, we cooking, and so each season is really about a different season in my life. So maybe I think the season really goes to like probably graduation at the end of June, and then the summer we'll probably do a season, and then when school starts again, we'll do another season maybe. But if I'm in the same season, regardless, I mean, who knows? But thank you guys so much for being here through that journey. When the podcast blows up and I'm famous, period, you know, you get to say that you was here. But yeah, speaking of seasons, yo, it is basketball season. I am a sports girly, if y'all do know, but I don't watch basketball. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't know nothing about it. I ain't gonna hold you, but I did indeed stunt on y'all because I won my March Madness bracket. Indeed, I won. Indeed, I did. Michigan State. Okay, period. But no, regardless, these two, you know them, you love them, Mr. J, my dad, period. They about to go back and forth on New York and LA. I already know. I don't even listen to the audio. I don't even really know. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Who's your team? Drop it in the comments. And yeah, hopefully y'all get like a championship ring, or like, is that what it's called? Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the episode.
This is gonna be the NBA playoff edition. That's all it's gonna be. That's 30 minutes. We just stay on that. No need to talk about how the Big Ten is gonna run college basketball for the next couple of years. Michigan winning the
Mm,
championship, and Illinois being in the Final Four. We
yeah,
don't need to talk about that. We just go ahead and talk about the
we, we
NBA.
we we could save that one for the next session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, so yeah, so like you were saying, like we had a really tough loss last night. We should not have lost that game. That really came down to poor coaching, poor shot selection. I think Cat and even Jalen Brunson just took some really ill-advised shots in the fourth quarter, and you just got to take better high percentage shots. You know what I'm saying, to secure that win. So that's all on Brunson, the coach, and Cat.
I can't. You know what? As much as I want to join everybody kicking on Cat, it wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? He was 8 for 12 from the floor,
Mhm,
but the
mhm,
fact is
mhm.
he only had 12 shots. He made
Right.
eight of them. You know what I'm saying? 18 points ain't gonna get it done. They won the other night when he had 25.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that means Brunson gonna have to give it up. He took 26 shots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he normally with the ball in his hand, that's your best player. But if you seen what the Hawks was doing, they was double teaming to make it him to try to force him to make a decision. But you got an advantage with Cat, but
Right.
you're not using it.
No,
Man,
I agree.
he need to be bully ball down in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can call for it, but if him and the coach is calling for it, then Brunson's gonna listen. But you know what
Right.
I'm saying? If only one is saying something, then he the floor general. He gonna do what he see fit, in the play. So, but he also got to recognize the mismatch because Atlanta saw it. Atlanta did it. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with the fact that they pulled Cat out, and then there's nobody in the middle, especially when you don't got Mr. Robinson on the floor because he a
Right.
liability for the hacker Mitch, you know what I'm saying? But if you got the two bigs on the floor, I mean, you could be real formidable compared to a small team like that. Because Johnson, saying he that wing that he do it all wing. You got the athletic Kaminga. I mean, he only is 6'9", so he's not
Right.
towering over nobody. So if you got the size, but you're not using it, not taking advantage of it, that's straight up coaching. And if
Yeah.
y'all don't get to the finals this year, then y'all fire Tibbs for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, when you make a move like that, I mean, if you don't at least make it, to the finals, then you got to question, like why you made that change. But I watched all the games, and when I was watching the last, I guess it was like the last 5, 6 minutes or so, you
Mhm.
can see like playoff basketball, every possession counts. You know what I'm saying? So especially like when you're trying to manage the game at the end, you gotta take better shots. You can't take the same type of shots that you would take in, like during the regular season and think that that's gonna carry you over. So there was a sequence where Atlanta was making their run, and then the Knicks get the ball, and then Brunson comes down, dribble, 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 shoots a three, a contested three. They miss the shot. Atlanta goes back and scores. And then the next possession, Cat gets the ball, shoots a three, and it's not like a rhythm three. You know what I'm saying? Like there's,
Yeah.
there's a high quality 3 point you could take, off a ball movement, but this is just like one on one, shoot the three with a contested with a man in your face, and then Atlanta makes their run. So it's like in those moments, it really does come down to your best players making better decisions, and then your coaches making sure that they impart that message to their players that, like, yo, you can't take those type of shots at the end of the game in the playoffs.
Yeah, every possession, like you mentioned earlier, it matters. Shot selection matters, but also the scheme. If you can't see what's happening, what they're doing, you can't make on the fly adjustments. I mean,
Mhm.
Atlanta's not that. They've been a better team in the second half. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
And you know, what
Hmm.
I'm saying Knicks really don't defend as well as they could. But it's the playoffs. I mean, you got to suck it up or you going home. Bottom line.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
I'm not, I ain't gonna sully the whole podcast with the Knicks talk. You know what I'm saying? Because we go on days about that. Ain't no orange and blue sides for a minute, but hopefully, I picked them to win the series. But I hope they look like they need to look and get to the second round of to play the Celtics because that's where I had them beating the Celtics too or playing the Celtics. I don't know who's gonna win that series yet, but they got to get there first. So what do you think about the West? Let's talk about the West real quick before we go back to the East. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
The West is like crazy right now. I mean,
the West is kind of open because, I mean, San Antonio, even though they're a young team, they look really strong. Like in that first game, Wemby's looking like he's the face of the NBA for the future. He had a really good showing in that first game. And then I watched the game last night with I mean, Denver and Minnesota always beat each other up in the playoffs.
right.
So that was a good game too. Minnesota came out, but I mean, you have like a legit three or four teams that can come out of the West, I think, man.
I mean, 3 or 4 is vast, but I just think it's either Oklahoma City or the Spurs. I mean, you're right about Wemby and how you look at it. If he stay healthy, then they're going to be formidable because the young guys, though, they don't know no fear right now, and they're just playing loose. They're not scared of Oklahoma City.
Hmm.
But when Oklahoma City is,
Hmm.
is healthy, when they 100% healthy, I mean they the champs still. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
the way they defend and the way they have versatility and they're scoring from their bench role. I mean, you don't know who gonna get you 10, 15 points coming off that bench. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
you
Right.
got you got your steady 30. You gonna get 30 from Shea. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gonna get 20, 15 to 20 from Jay, and then you got
Hmm.
Holgram. You know what I'm saying? Doing what do you do? I mean. If you got some real size, you can like what San Antonio does. You can
Hmm.
neutralize OKC, but I don't see many other people doing that. You seen
Yeah.
last night, Denver doesn't play, they can't defend anybody. You know what I'm saying? I
They
mean,
don't. They
they got
don't.
out. They all they dogs. Bruce Bowen. They brought Bowen back. But all they dogs. They what I'm saying they had on the defensive end like KCP and all them guys. They trade
Hmm.
off and let go away free agency. So they're gonna be
Yeah.
looking for somebody to slow whoever's hot. You know what I'm saying? Whoever scoring the most. That series is gonna go up and down the floor.
The reason why I say that it's a little, I mean, you still got to give it the edge to OKC. They the defending champs. I think San Antonio. I think they beat OKC like three
3 out of 4
times,
times. Yeah, they took it
three
to
out
him.
of four
They took it
times.
to him. They took it to him. But
And
they
even
wasn't
though
100% healthy though. They wasn't healthy though.
yeah, even though it's the regular season, playoffs is a different, beast. But Wemby is just showing that he's not afraid of the moment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think that sometimes we've seen in the NBA like a team can make a run. So I wouldn't be surprised if like San Antonio makes a run, or even though Denver is not good defensively, you still got Joker, you still got
Jamal.
what's the Jamal, you know what I'm saying, Gordon. They still got like their nucleus cast of characters that won the chip a couple years ago. I think probably Minnesota would probably be like the fourth team, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they have enough,
No, they
you
don't.
know.
No,
Um
they played. They've overplayed. Last 2 years, they made it to the West Conference
yeah,
Finals. So they
yeah,
definitely played it, but they haven't. They don't have enough to get over that hump. They're missing that it factor to get over the hump. Ant Man is not that guy yet, and the supporting cast ain't strong enough to help him get there yet. So
yeah,
plus
yeah.
he don't look 100% healthy. I mean, they won last night because, like I said, Denver just broke down all the way, let him back
Hmm.
in the game. But he
Hmm.
don't look 100% healthy. So we're gonna see how his health affects the rest of the series.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But
Yo,
going back to the East, what do you think about Detroit?
no, but before we jump back to the East, I
Mhm.
got to give a shout out to the Lakers for winning one game. I really don't know if they're going to win any more. You know what I'm saying? If Kevin Durant plays, it's pretty much a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But we're not getting swept. Maybe 5 or 6 if the league let Kevin Durant play. But it's pretty much over without Luca and AR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the only thing though is that, man, I mean, I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, but at this stage of his career, and the knock has always been that he can't be that guy to take the team. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, granted, he's older now, but still, like I wouldn't be surprised if it at least goes to 6 or 7. You know,
Thing that got Houston flaw is they don't have a point guard. They got a man.
right?
They got A-Man Thompson, who's not a
Hmm.
point guard playing point. You know what I'm saying? He's a
Hmm.
big size, athletic young guy. Yeah, I would
Hmm.
love to have him on my team, but I don't want him running point. You know, Van Vliet got one out for the year. That hurt their team.
Right,
Because you
right.
like that veteran presence down the stretch, ability to
Hmm.
stretch the floor and then get the ball to the right place at the right time. That
Hmm.
makes a difference in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't panic like most young guys do without experience. They want to go do their own thing and get away from the flow of the offense. So we'll see how
Hmm.
KD holds up, his health holds up, and who goes on to lose to Oklahoma City in the next round. But back to the East. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, it's a sexy pick. People was going with it, but they could be not ready. I mean, K came back from a heart, a collapsed lung and this and that. But
Right, right.
I call him in the gym boys because he playing with the gym boys because the boy. Cause think about look who they be having on the team from their bench. They got somebody named Reed, has somebody named Jenkins. They got a Stewart. You know what I'm saying? They got a Williams. You know what I'm saying? They got all the boys you hoop with normally on a Saturday or a Sunday, the weekend playing on
Right.
Detroit team, and hopefully he can elevate them. But man, I don't think they're gonna lose Orlando because I just don't trust Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're finally looking healthy and somewhat formidable, but they're just too flawed of a team. You know what I'm saying? If you make them shoot from the perimeter, you can definitely beat them. But it's
Hmm.
it's,
Hmm.
it's, a, it's a sexy look right now. But I think Detroit gonna get through. But man, because of how they look, man, Boston look like the beast of the East, and I hate the Celtics, man. I really hate the Celtics.
Yeah. So a couple interesting points about that. So like with the whole Detroit and Orlando series, I mean, Detroit is the better team. They should win, but like you said, Kate coming back from that injury from the collapsed lung, you don't know like at what percentage he's going at, but they should win. But the interesting thing about Orlando though is that they're good defensively. They got two studs. They got Paulo and they got that German boy.
Wagner,
Like,
yep,
yeah, that like they some serious hoopers.
yeah.
And the one thing that I'm still trying to figure out though with Detroit is as good of a team as they are, I still think that like if you're able to somewhat neutralize Cade and cut off the head of that snake, I think you got a chance with beating them. Because after Cade, who else? You know what I'm saying?
Who else scares
Can
you? I mean, Tobias Harris doesn't do anything against you, right?
no,
Duncan
no,
Robinson is a spot up shooter, and so he's on
no.
or off, right? I mean, but you know who really needs to step up, and he had an All Star season this year, and I was kind of disappointed him in the game one, but Jalen Durant,
Mhm.
he was made the All Star team this year, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? But
right.
he only shot the ball 4 times and scored six
Yeah.
points. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? This is the playoffs. Hey, he like this. You don't want him to hit you a bow in the that's a man's man right there. That
Right,
boy
right.
strong. That boy strong. But he got neutralized, and I
Yeah.
don't know why he was just so passive. He need to be more aggressive, call for the ball more, and then make things happen because at least you can go to the free throw line. But you
Yeah.
absolutely right. Orlando does. Pablo is real, and Wagner they real. And if they get in the middle, Carter, if you get Carter to show up in the middle, and it hit if Jugs doesn't look his age, I mean he's really like 25 years old, but he look 40. If he doesn't look his I mean, that boy hairline toe up, boy. I mean, he going
Yeah,
bald.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he just cut it off because I'm like, he was killing everybody. So if he just go along with that, then they'll be fine. They'll be fine. You know what I'm saying, to make it competitive. But they're missing one wing player to get over that hump. But they got some dudes there. I mean, you right
yeah.
about that, absolutely. So you think about Boston, man.
Wow.
Uh,
If you asked me a few months ago, I wouldn't think that they had the shot that they do now.
uh-huh.
But Jason Tatum has made a miraculous comeback. I've never seen anybody, well, no one's ever seen anyone come back from an Achilles injury as quickly. I mean, you're talking about less than a year, and he's already playing back to his
See,
all-star
that
form.
really begs the question: was it really an Achilles injury then? Because like you said, we've never seen what kind of doctors do they got now. They didn't have for Kobe, they didn't have for Durant, they didn't have for
I think
what?
the procedures, I think everything just, changes and improves over time. I
Man,
think,
come on.
like, I think 20, 30 years ago, if you had an Achilles injury, that means that's the end of your career. But I mean, even with Kevin Durant, I mean, Kevin Durant at his age too, like he also came back, from that. But it was a little, I think about a year or maybe a little
Yeah,
over a year.
it took a year. I mean, he only missed most of the regular season basketball. I mean, Van Vliet got hurt in the summertime. Why he ain't coming back? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what doctors does he got that nobody else got? So
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I think it's age. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason Tatum is relatively younger dude. You know, he's going to heal a little bit quicker. But I think the procedures has just gotten better over the years. Because I'm old enough to remember when you tore your Achilles, like that was your career. Because I was a big Bernard King
I knew
fan.
you was gonna say. I
You know
was
what I'm
about to say,
saying?
what you
Like,
gonna take Bernard King out?
you know what I'm saying? But that was a different era. That was a different era. You know what I'm saying? So like after he tore his, I mean, he came back and he went to the Bullets, but he wasn't the same guy.
I mean,
You know
so
what I'm
them dudes
saying?
was hooking in Chuck. They were hooping in Chuck Taylors, man. They
Right,
were.
right, 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 right,
You heard some foot injury with Chuck Taylors on. You ain't coming back from that. You know.
right, right.
That
So
was
I think yeah, just like the treatments for like the procedures has just gotten better like over the years. I think
the one series that nobody's talking about. And if Detroit goes down, Cleveland looking better and better. You know what I'm saying? They're looking better and better. But we know.
I'm still not a believer in
Yes,
Cleveland.
why people look this year? James Harden is gonna show up the whole series. He got the first 2 games. He's showing out. You know, Donovan
Yeah,
Mitchell gonna get you 30, and they got a supporting roster. So he's the X factor they didn't
yeah.
have before. And if he played like James Harden, that we know he can be, Cleveland might surprise some people in this
I'll,
playoff.
I'll believe it when I see it. It's just that history
Oh,
has just
he ain't
shown
going with it. He ain't going
history
with
has
it.
just shown that Donovan, as great of a player as he is, he just can't seem to get over the hump. He can never make it into the second round. All them years with Utah, I mean, in Utah, I think there were some seasons where he had like the first or the second seed, and they had a really really good team. And then with Harden, like once again, like Harden's best years are behind him. He can still give you some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know how much you could put into like the amount of weight that Harden can carry you at this stage of his career.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's why they're kind of going under the radar. But we'll see. Like you said, when the lights shine brightest, who gonna step up and who gonna focus on them and things of that nature. So I
Yeah.
mean, so your Knicks, Boston, and
Mhm.
Detroit got to, y'all got a real. Well, I ain't gonna say Boston yet. Boston gonna run through Philadelphia. Philadelphia
Yeah.
is just trash. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
as much as I like Maxey and I love VJ, that boy gonna be a good player.
It's not enough, especially with
Don't even say his.
Embiid.
Don't
I
even
mean,
say. Don't even
Embiid,
say his name, man. He don't even
he might as
play.
well hang it up.
He
He
don't.
might
Yeah,
as
he
well
don't
just
even
hang it up.
play, man.
Yeah.
Look, somebody told me a long time ago, your best ability is your availability. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he's not even out there to give you anything. Then what's he for? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They need to go ahead and trade him to Miami and get something for him. And you know what I'm saying? Move
Hey,
on from that.
I think he just needs to hang it up. I think that's it for him, man. Like,
Yeah,
who's gonna wanna?
I wouldn't mind not seeing him crying, in the little girl's arm no more like he did when Kawhi put him out a couple years back. He went to the back and was crying in the little girl's arm. I'm sitting there like, come on, dude, that's not a good
Oh,
look, bro. You know what I'm saying?
man, man. But he came into the league with those two bum knees. He was still able to, like he was able to put a couple of good seasons together. He got the MVP over Joker that one year, but I think his knees has just got the best of him now at this point. I think it's a wrap.
So, quick prediction for tonight's game. You got the Celtics over the Sixers, right? We agree on that.
Is Embiid playing?
It don't even matter. I don't think he is. I don't think he is because Boston's favored by 14 and a half.
I think Philly can sneak one out. I think they can get one.
On the road or at home? You think they'll get one at home? Probably gotta be at home,
I
right?
think I think I think they could get one in Boston. I mean, I know Boston is playing the best basketball probably of any team in the East
Right.
right now. But I think, especially like with their history together, I think if PG can get hot, if Maxi can do his thing, VJ, just kind of like how Atlanta beat the Knicks and Minnesota went in and beat Denver. I think the road team can sneak one out just off of adrenaline.
The only way that happens if Casper doesn't show. I call him Casper. Y'all know him as Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? I call him Casper because he disappears. You know what I'm saying? From time to time. Now, if Jalen Brown's not letting it happen, it's his team. He's taking it over. You know what I'm saying? He's the lead dog this time around. So if
Yeah.
Casper disappears and old man White just actually get old for one game, you know what I'm saying? Then they might sneak one, but I think it's a sweep. I think it's a sweep coming.
You think it's a sweep coming?
I think it's a sweep coming.
Hmm.
Then we got the
We'll see.
Spurs and the Trailblazers. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much what you say about that game tonight.
I think that one is going to be a sweep. Personally, I think Wemby is just he's coming into his own now in the playoffs. I think he's going to figure it out in the first round.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't think Portland has like just enough,
No, they got a
for the
couple nice
boys.
players, but they don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? They happy to be in part of the playoffs and
Yeah.
get a couple more games in, but they pretty much wrapped. And then we got the Lakers and the Rockets tonight. So I mean,
Uh,
depending on
if KD
KD,
plays, if KD KD plays, I think Houston will win, but I don't know if it's been confirmed yet or if it's a game time
It's a game.
decision.
It says a game time decision, but looking at the line, and you know how the money is. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right, right.
Houston minus 5.5, so that lets me know he's playing. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? You know
okay.
what I'm saying? 'Cause if Houston's a favorite by that much, then he's on the floor.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know LeBron 41, but KD 37, so they right by. You know what I'm saying? They right behind each
right,
other.
right, 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 right.
So that might be that if they go back and forth, I say six games, maybe 6 games, maybe 7. It depends on the health of the two stars in the series.
Right, right. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, all right. So we got a sweep for the Boston. You say Philadelphia can get one. We agree gonna be a sweep on the Spurs. What about the Detroit? You think Detroit gonna right the ship and then close it out, or is it's gonna be a
Wait,
long?
are they playing tonight too?
No, no, not playing tonight. No, just coming up. You think the rest of the
Okay.
outlook for the series?
I think Detroit they'll even it out in the next game. I don't think they're gonna go down 0-2
Okay, right.
to
And
the
then
boys.
you think they ultimately gonna win the series?
Yeah, I say Detroit in 6. Give them
Okay.
6. Yeah.
All right. What about let's go with what's the other series we did? Oklahoma City pretty much gonna be a sweep, right? And we agree on that.
OKC, that'll be a sweep.
Okay.
I
And
think
then
that, yeah.
the New York Atlanta series. How many games that gonna go?
Um, I think it's gonna go. Man, I might be biased. I think it's gonna go 5. I think it's gonna go. I think we're gonna take the next 2 in Atlanta. Then we're gonna come back New York and we're gonna finish it out.
That's definitely a bias, but I give you that. I give you that. I mean, your team is definitely capable. You know what I'm saying? I don't deny the talent. It's the execution of it because y'all conventional is unconventional, right? Because y'all best player is one of y'all shortest players, and y'all biggest players is one of y'all softest players. So I mean, it's pretty much. You know, and when your tough player, Josh Hart can't shoot a jumper, but he hits threes every now and then. I don't know how. But you know what I'm saying? You got Mr. Robinson. I mean, you got a big that can't do nothing but rebound. Can't get you no points. Then you got your 200, $300 million man on the wing that score like 8 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Wade Bridges, he show up, you know what I'm saying? And he really don't show up. So I mean, it's man, your team is so complex. I give Mike Brown credit for keeping you know what I'm saying, the car on the road, but it's definitely so many ways going out there, mud, that he gotta get it right, or these young boys will sneak up on him. Because I mean, it's CJ McCullough. It ain't CJ McCullough when he was with Dame Lillard back in Portland. This is old CJ McCullough putting
Yeah.
32 on y'all.
No, but I was talking to another buddy of mine, but CJ McCollum is just a professional ball player. Like he's one of those dudes that he's gonna be able to hoop, especially because he's never been a super athletic dude.
Right.
You saw him. He's a technician. He know how to get to his spots. He know how to pull up. He know how to take advantage of the mismatch. If JD is on him, he knows that's lunch. You know what I'm saying?
He know when to attack and know when to defer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a professional. He's definitely a veteran professional ball player, and he
Yeah.
looked good against y'all, man. I was
He
like,
looked real
wow, he
good.
looked real good.
And he's always been one of my favorite players to watch, just because of that. Like he just knows how to play ball, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yep, speed up, slow it down, speed up, slow it down. That's definitely how it is on the pace. So what you think about the Cleveland and Toronto series? So who's gonna win that and how many games?
Cleveland, Toronto. I think that'll. Oh man, Toronto. I don't want to say they're all gonna be a sweep. I say Cleveland in 5. I think
Okay.
Cleveland in 5. Yeah.
I can agree with that because Bi, it's just not looking like himself right now.
Yeah.
I mean, deep down inside, everybody wants to be a Laker. He was mad. He's still mad. He want to go back to the LA, but you know, what I'm
Hmm.
saying, he can't get back there. So I mean, we love to have him. You know, what I'm
Hmm.
saying, we definitely can need him. So basically, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I go Cleveland in 5, but because they're gonna have a letdown because they're Cleveland. And, and it might be an off night, but James might not show up. He might gotta let his beard rest for the night or something like that. It's pretty much good, man. Look, NBA playoffs is you gotta love the game. It's just getting started. I hate the fact that it's on Peacock. You gotta show around.
Oh
You
my
gotta search around
goodness.
to find it and all like that, man.
Peacock, Prime. It's
They
like you
need they
gotta
need to
figure
fix that,
out.
or they gonna lose a lot of
They
casual
do.
players. You know what I'm saying? They gonna lose a lot
They
of casual
do.
fans. You know what I'm saying? They need to fix that because it's like I just can't turn it on and just find it. It ain't even on the weekends. You got to find an ABC showcase one or to
Right, right,
your local
right.
town. Ain't no national broadcast like that no more. So I mean, hopefully they fix that stuff and they go ahead and let my Lakers win this championship next year. Not this year. Next year we're gonna win next year.
Oh man, I don't know about that. You see,
No.
oh, actually, I wanted to come back to this with Luca, man, because it's
Uh,
like, I mean, he went through this entire regimen over the off season and got his body right and was working out and slimmed down. But it's like you said, like your that's ability is availability, and this guy, like he just can't stay healthy, man.
yeah, the last 3 or 4 years, he's really found some tweaks about it, and now that he's it's finally how to take care of your body. I mean, soft tissue issues like hamstring pulls, they're gonna
Mhm.
happen. I mean, remember Steph in the early part of his career, he couldn't keep his ankles. His ankles was always
Right,
getting.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So things of that nature, they gotta just learn. You gotta learn to play smarter. Of course, the league is gonna look to protect them players even more. So I don't foresee
Mhm.
them not having Luka in the playoffs going now is gonna affect
Mhm.
their bottom line. So worldwide, it's gonna affect their bottom line. So they're gonna probably make sure that they're protecting that going forward. So
Right.
he'll get better. It's just the Austin Reed factor. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
we had
Mhm.
I had a discussion, you know what I'm saying, with a couple people, a couple buddies, and like who's the top three American basketball players, you know what I'm saying? Not brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Top American because most of the American, well, most of the other basketball players like Jokic is from European, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
You look at Luca, he's from over there, in this, you know what I'm saying? Even though you go to Sagoon from
Right.
Turkey,
Right.
you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Adviva for Portland. He's out. Well, who's the top three American based
American.
like red, white, and blue guys? You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, one of them. We got your boy Tyler Hero down there in Miami. And
Okay.
the third one was kind of hard to pull because it was, you know what I'm saying, ain't too many. Well, they said possibly Cooper Flag, but he ain't done nothing yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So you
Right.
know they're looking for that home Grace League face league because you saw
Yeah.
the All Star scene format, right?
Yeah.
They're really trying to do American versus everybody else and all kind of stuff like that coming up. So we were just trying to formulate, could we get 5 top American born non,
Mhm. Mhm.
you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, non-players and everything.
Right. Right.
I mean, look, what you said, Wagner, they from Germany. You know what I'm
He's
saying? They
from
all saying
Germany. Yeah. Yeah.
both of them, you know,
I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying in terms of like Cooper,
yeah.
like he hasn't done much yet, but it's looking like, if he continues on the trajectory, to me it looks like Cooper. It looks like that boy over in Charlotte, Canuple. He's
Canupa.
looking like, yeah, he's looking like a stud out there. Yeah, I guess you got to throw in Austin Reeves. He's been hooping. He's been carrying
Yeah.
that Laker team for the past couple of years. Yeah, I think to me like those would be the top three like white American ball players to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way that you. That's the word I use. Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a challenge to come up with 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, because you know what I'm saying. The Euros, I mean, so you got to respect the game, right? You know what I'm saying? They can ball, they balling. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
Yeah.
Jokic is it's unheard of, man. What he doing is he can win the MVP.
Yeah.
He averaged a triple double again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What injured Aaron Gordon was hurt for most of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
ain't got no bench, man. He put them in the playoff position, you know what I'm saying, to get
Right.
a home round. But man, you can't take nothing away from that. So
No, you can't. But I always want to caution it and be like, let's not act like it hasn't been done. Because Westbrook averaged a triple double for several years. I
yeah,
know maybe the team
yeah,
wasn't as good. Maybe
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But like, I like
Hey, low
it's
key, I'm glad you
we've
said. Look,
seen it.
I'm a Westbrook fan. That boy nasty. You know what I'm saying? That boy is a monster. You know what I'm saying? Still ain't got no jumper, but he'll
Yeah.
shoot that thing. You know that boy was on. I respect that. I respect Russell. Yes, sir. Respect the game. That's what it is. Well, I know you
Hmm.
got other commitments to get to. We gonna wrap it up here. We ain't gonna keep you going on too much, but I appreciate you checking out the time, dropping in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for the people, for y'all
Yes,
listening.
sir.
You got 2 of the best right here that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanna any advice you need to see, hit Mr. Julian up on the low. You know what I'm saying? Shoot him something on the side. You know what I'm saying? He'll talk to you, and he holler at Dana and shit holler at me, and we got 2
Yes,
weeks
sir.
NBA playoff edition right here. Coming to
Yes,
you live.
sir.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Dana.
Of course, y'all have a good one.
Take care.
They are hilarious. Oh my gosh. I thank them both for doing this with me, doing this with the pod. So we can have some diversity. But thank you so much for listening. Tune in. Another episode will be dropping very soon. We have double episodes this week. So thank you very much. Bye guys.